Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, then I'd like to introduce myself. I recently cleared my CPC certification and I'm here to share the same knowledge with all of you. Not just CPC related topics, but I'll be making videos on other topics as well in the future. For today, let's get started with medical coding fresher interview questions and tips to answer. The first among these would be the general questions. The next would be regarding the basics. What are those that you should know? The next from the ICD-10 CM codebook. The next from the CPT, and the last from the HCPCS codebook. The following questions are those that I had faced during my interview as a medical coding fresher. So let's begin. Among the general questions, the first and foremost question that anyone can expect is definitely tell about yourself. Now, tell about yourself is not only medical coding related important question for interviews, but any interview, this is the question that actually makes the platform to begin the interview. The first point that one should remember is that you should be brief, honest, and engaging, meaning you should not go through your resume because your resume has already been submitted. You should be able to highlight a few points about yourself to project this question in a better way to the interviewer. Meaning, you can take points from the job description and showcase your strengths to match the role of medical coding. So, always go through the job description first before going for the interview. From that, you can prepare yourself, and not just for this question, it will help you for any question. Especially mention why do you have interest towards this job. So, as I said, prepare before the interview itself to be able to nail this question so that you can begin the interview with confidence. The next is what do you know about the company? Why should we know about this is because knowing about the company and being able to project that to the interviewer is very important. So always check the website and be well prepared for this question. If you do not want to fumble, being priorly prepared for both these questions will help you a lot. This is out of my personal experience. The next is, among the basics, let's see which are the two things that you should very well understand and know. The first is anatomy, and the next is the physiology of any organ system. For example, you can be asked questions like, give me the anatomy and physiology of digestive system. Not just brief, but you should be very much be able to give detailed answer for these questions. So this makes them understand whether you have understood the human body properly or no, because this is the basic for being able to code correctly. The next is, what is medical coding? Why would he ask you this question? Because it's a basic. Anyone can ask you whether you've cleared the CPC or you've prepared yourself for the interview. You should be able to answer this question. So the answer for this is, it is the transformation of healthcare diagnosis, healthcare procedures, and medical services and equipment into universal medical alphanumeric codes. Also, in my previous video, this is a topic that I had actually covered, so you can go through it. I'll mention it in my description box below. Please have a look at it. Why do we need medical coding? I have explained in detail about this point as well in my previous video, the link of which will be provided in the description box below. In the ICD-10 CM, the first question that one can expect is, expand ICD-10 CM. We know it. It is the International Classification of Diseases, the 10th clinical modification. Right? The next set of questions that one can expect are as conventions of the ICD-10 CM, because through conventions, if you have understood conventions, that means you have understood how to read the book. For example, among the conventions, you can be asked questions like, explain abbreviations like NEC and NOS. NEC means not elsewhere classified. NOS means not otherwise specified. In my next coming up videos, I will definitely cover up all these topics related to the questions mentioned in this video. The next question could be explain general coding guidelines. For example, explain sequela with examples. What is sequela? Sequela means late effect. how to locate a code in the book. One can definitely ask this question as well, because it's one of the most important basics. So they when they ask this question, do not, for any question, if you fumble, that means you have not been able to uh, be be confident in yourself. So be confident when you answer any question. The next in the ICD 10 cm is explain chapter specific coding guidelines. Now, for example, you can expect questions like explain pregnancy guidelines, explain sepsis guidelines, explain HIV guidelines. This question will depend on what sort of coding is the company doing. If you have idea, can get an idea through someone in the company already as to what sort of coding the company does, you might guess these questions that could be asked. And when you prepare for CPC itself, when you prepare these guidelines, that means you have already nailed the interview. Now in CPT Fourth Edition, what are the questions? The first is expand CPT. The full form is right here. It is a current procedural terminology. Explain modifiers is a very important question, and it's a definite question that will come up, because modifiers, the use of modifiers should be done very correctly by a coder. Why are modifiers used? I will cover up this question in my next videos when I go through these topics. Among this, the important question is explain modifiers of evaluation and management. Which are the three modifiers? They are 24, 25, and 57. Any modifier related question, if you answer in detail with examples, that means you have been able to answer it perfectly as per the expectation of the recruiter. The next is abbreviations of diagnostic procedures. Example, EEG and ECG. What is EEG? It is electroencephalography. The next is in the CPT, you can expect explain diagnostic procedures. They'll not ask you that, but they can ask you what is angiography. Angiography is nothing but it is being able to view the inner part of the inner lumen of the arteries, which is angiography. What is evaluation and management, and what are the three key components of it? This is a very important question. The tip to answer this is, it is the patient and physician interaction that manifests in the form of a code, which is E and M. The three key components are right here in front of you. Now, explain new patient and established patient. This is an important question because, if you can differentiate these two, that means you can start coding very perfectly. When I go through these topics in my next videos, I will definitely cover up these points. New patient and established patient is very easy. New patient is one who has come in for the first time to the doctor, or who has not visited the doctor in the last 3 years. And established patient is one who has visited the doctor within the last 3 years of time. Now, HCPCS. In HCPCS, what is it that you can expect? A very simple question, expand HCPCS, Healthcare Common Procedure Coding System. Then what is it used for? The tip to answer is, it is used for the coding of non-physician services and prosthetic devices. That's all from the video, friends. Thank you for watching. Stay connected. More to come. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.